Hello and welcome back to day 6 here at the Dortmund Sparkassen Chess Trophy. As you can see, we are delighted to be joined by the big Greek himself, international master Gergis. So ladies, Gergis, welcome.
Hi Fiona, thank you. Hi Artur.
Welcome. And you told us already in the break that there was some chance in the game, and sometimes it looks like a boring game without any events, but if you look deeper, you may discover some possibilities. Yes, where should we start?
At the beginning.
At the beginning. It's always a good. Good advice.
First of all, I prepared 3-4 hours today. This line, I've played it a few times in the past. Caro-Kann, Bishop F5, H4, H5, all theory. C4 here, interesting move. E6, Knight C3, and now the main line goes Knight D7, Knight E7 with black, but he took on C4, Bishop C4, and now he played Bishop E7, and I was immediately surprised because I couldn't remember my analysis, and the reason for this is I have this move not in my database, in my analysis. Bishop E7 probably is a bit inaccurate. I played G3, which is okay. Fine. After the game he told me, no, G3 maybe not a good move, but it's not true. It's a perfectly playable move. Knight D7, Knight E2, and this is my file. And there is a game between Giri Artemiev, some rapid game, and I have analyzed it quite extensively. And first I thought I forgot my analysis, as usual. You know, you play a game and then you think, oh, I forget everything, but it's not true. I didn't forget. Now my analysis goes something like Knight H6. Castle and something like this, but he played Knight B6, which is very inaccurate. You see the engine bar, and here was not sure what would you play at first sight, Bishop D3 or Bishop B3?
Okay, because I'm so much impressed by game Gurko Karpov, I would probably exchange bishops.
You're a much better player than me, of course. You see.
No, but I see it. Just I know the game.
Yeah, but you have the knowledge. You know, you see
the culture.
The culture, of course. Bishop D3 is just much better for white. You exchange the bishops, and then this Knight B6, Knight D5 looks solid, but it's not very good. Black has problems to develop the knight on G8. If he goes Knight H6, I immediately take on H6, and the rook on H6 is very badly placed. Castle, and if he goes castle long, then I have A3, B4, or rook B1, B4, and attack on the queen side. And but I couldn't decide to play Bishop D3. I don't know why. I played Bishop B3, and first of all, I was, as usual in such moments, I was thinking, hey, do I have this in my file? This line, Knight B6, very strange move, and I played Bishop B3, which is not as good as Bishop D3, still better for white.
Okay.
Okay, and the next very interesting moment, Knight D5. I took, which is fine. He takes with the C pawn, and here I thought, when I was calculating the line 2-3 moves before, I thought Bishop A4. He has to go to F8 with the king, and I win some tempi, and I'm better. But it's not that easy, and it's very interesting that Stockfish, for example, says no. Castle, Bishop D2, Rook C1, and white is much better because of the development advantage. It's very interesting, but it's so hard to understand these positions for me. These Caro-Kann positions with E5, and I have played so many games, and I failed to understand so many times the positions. It's extremely difficult to understand these positions, to be honest. And okay, I played some inaccurate moves, and he very easily equalized the game, and I mean, this looks better for white, but it's not really better. It's not better. It's nothing actually. He plays Knight H6, G6, King C7, Rook C8, and we
consolidates and draw.
And was a completely dull draw at the end.
So what would you say here? White shouldn't exchange too many pieces.
No, yes? Castle, Bishop D2. I mean, I'm following the analysis of Stockfish here. I just checked it for 1-2 minutes.
Let us see Knight H6, for example.
Yeah, maybe even take. Yeah, but here Black has a problem. The knight has no square, so I don't need to take. He cannot really go to G4. Bishop D2, Rook C1, something like
just
this.
Just keep playing it, and Black is still suffering.
Yeah, because of harmony. Yeah, the lack of harmony.
Lack of harmony and. maybe too many pieces also. Yes, okay,
Yeah.
that's actually interesting. So maybe you were too critical about the move bishop b3 because it's just a different way to play.
Yeah.
Totally playable position.
I'm in general very critical about myself.
Too critical.
Critical.
Maybe.
Okay.
Gergis, you are now after 6 rounds on +1, 3.5 out of 6. It's the first time we've had the pleasure of having you in the studio. How do you reflect on the first 6 rounds of your tournament?
I'm not very okay. Of course, I started with a fantastic victory against Indian Grandmaster Karthik. It was a brilliant game, probably my new immortal game, I might say. Second round, I was winning completely against the young
Hussain.
Besou, completely winning. I should have won 1,000 times. Then a draw against Dinara was okay. It was a draw, and fourth round I won. Yesterday it was a pity. I was against the tournament leader, playing against the tournament leader, Ruben, Köllner, and he surprised me in the opening. After move 3, I was out of book. After move 3, imagine. And but I had a good game, and at one point I was winning, and I saw most of the lines, but I had a bit time trouble and couldn't. For some reason, I didn't play the winning move. I don't know why. I still don't know why. One day later, because I saw most of the lines, with 15 minutes on the clock, and then I blundered, and I lost. And okay, today draws.
Maybe because you are too critical to yourself. Yes?
Maybe you're right.
Yes,
Yeah.
You should just go
Of course.
and,
Yeah. In Blitz game, I would immediately play it. Yeah.
Yes, and don't worry about anything, because actually, yes, you are in very good shape in this tournament. Just keep doing how you started, and that's it. Yeah, don't think about anything. Probably. Yeah? Sometimes we have too many second thoughts.
Overthinking, too much. Yeah.
And how is it in general? I mean, it's a very challenging tournament here, this round-robin event. There are no easy games, of course. You're kept very busy by your YouTube channel, the Big Rig. So how is it to be here sitting at the board and playing this tough tournament?
Oh, I really like it because in general, I like close tournaments. Even if it's hard for me because I'm a YouTuber, streamer, and every day I do a video after the game, and I have always some work to do. But I still love playing chess, and it's really a challenge for me every day. I prepare every game very seriously, and I'm not making quick draws usually, and I really like to fight over the board. But yeah, in general, I like it to be here because I'm from this area here. I was born here. I lived in Dortmund. I lived in Bochum. This is my place. This is my home. If I can.
Do you remember some tournaments, or were you visiting the tournaments here in Dortmund?
Yeah. First of all, for many years I was press officer in Dortmund of the Sparkassen Chess Meeting. For many years, so I was every year in Dortmund. And before I was press officer, I was playing 2 or 3 times in the 90s. I remember one of my first tournaments, open tournaments, was in the 90s.
Was here in Dortmund.
Yeah, huge tournament.
Who won it?
Oh, I don't remember.
We're ready with maybe quiz questions.
It's so long ago, I don't even remember who played. I think Kramnik was playing even when he was very young. He was
very young.
Yeah. I think he won.
I
think he won when he was 18, 19, something like that.
Well, then it would be a very good guess, basically, yes, if Kramnik almost
won every time.
Mr. Dortmund.
How have you enjoyed watching these guys, Kramnik and the others play no castling chess?
So far I didn't watch the games, to be honest, because I was busy with my games. Too busy with my games. Usually when I play chess, I don't follow the other games. Not at all.
It makes sense.
I only realized that Kollars had a great game against Kramnik, but when I replayed the game, there were
ups
and downs. But now I have time a bit to enjoy the games today, I think.
Let's have a look at your colleagues in the NRW Cup. Not only your game has ended in a draw, but also Petrovsky against Bagration. The other 3 are still going. And it looks like Hussain had a bit of an accident
in the opening. Yeah.
In the opening, something went totally wrong. He sacrificed the piece actually, but failed to get any compensation.
Okay, he's a talent for sure. He's 11 years old, but there's obviously a problem still in his kind of playing. He's playing too fast in the opening. Against me, he was playing like he knew the theory, but it was nonsense. He played complete nonsense, and it was +1 and something after the 8 moves. And against De Winter, I replayed the game. It was a line in the night off, very long line, forced line, and it's just slightly worse for white. And then I thought, why is he playing this? It has been played several times before. And today I didn't exactly see what he was doing, but obviously he has some, it's not very serious what he's doing in the opening. Yeah, and I mean, against Dinara, you cannot place, you cannot sacrifice an.
So your advice to Hussain would be to fix the opening to work on this stage of the game.
I mean, don't play forced line, which are bad.
Also
In general, good advice for everyone, yeah?
Yeah. Why is he sacrificing a piece? I mean, and now he's completely losing.
probably
Today it looks like he maybe mixed something up because he, as you said, he spent no time to get into a lost position, basically.
Yeah, he's playing too fast, obviously. Yeah?
also too fast in the opening.
Yeah.
Later he starts, of course, invest time.
When you
now.
realize you're losing, you start to
You
think.
start- but it's too late. So
It's too late, usually.
another wise advice: always think in the right moment, or what? It's of course easier for us now.
But I was stupid. I could not win. Even if he played nonsense against me, I wasn't able to
But
beat him.
he's like he's defending stubbornly. Let us see what is here.
He's
The big question, Rook D8. Yeah?
Shall we go back a few moves, Arthur, maybe for our viewers?
Yes,
to
because
see
I
just how
think
did
we
get
stopped
here?
at this we still saw, Rook E5. Dinara played a different move. We were considering Queen C6, but she played Rook C7, understandably trying to maybe to get king away from the center, which makes perfect sense actually. That's what we were also talking about, this possible strategy, just to give away a little bit of material, but consolidate the position or to simplify the position.
Yeah.
Now I guess that Hussain simply wants to take, but the question here, what
Rook
it is,
D8.
because we are almost, if white can take, but it is endgame
Yeah.
also not
Take.
nice. yeah?
Bishop D6. Doesn't he win the pawn?
Maybe Rook,
Bishop Rook
still
E5. No, but
Rook
Bishop on
E8.
F7. No?
Rook E8 we still have.
Tuck.
So that would be something what
Yeah.
okay,
but
could also not very attractive position, of course. We still wait for Dinara to decide
He
what
took?
to do.
No, actually, we had a...
No,
And
she's thinking.
What
No,
a-
she just played Rook D8.
Rook D8 she played. Okay, that I'm not sure if it is a good sign that guessing the move. But okay, if you're not, then you have to go back.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense much.
Okay, but he played it because I think
He doesn't want to
he
change the
doesn't
queens.
want to go in probably lost ending. Not.
Okay, this doesn't seem really spectacular right now. What about Ruben, our tournament leader?
That's actually much more interesting game.
Probably, yeah.
Because something also happened here in the game.
Yeah, what's very funny about Ruben is I know him very well. He's playing always these shitty lines in the Philidor, you know, and it's amazing. It's amazing how he gets away with these lines. It's amazing.
But today he was under the huge pressure actually
Yeah.
after the opening. Opponent
Yeah.
was obviously good prepared, played well, but later stage we did not like actually. In the later stage what happened, but now looks like the worst is over for him.
Who is? It's black to play.
Yes,
no?
we come quickly to the position what we saw last after the white move Rook D3. Probably some ideas like Rook C3 is coming. We thought about move B4, but Ruben played Queen B7. Okay, it also makes definitely sense. rook h1 was played. If
Engine doesn't like this move, yeah?
doesn't like it especially, but okay, this is not
Looks natural.
not much anyway. Because no, the problem is that we also have this target
With check,
g5 with check, so it's probably not going to bring any advantage for white. Yeah, that's what was going on, and now black simply played queen e7. Let me try to understand why. Maybe to bring queen
E4 is the idea,
or
if he takes on,
E4,
on
yes.
h5.
Ah, okay, thank you very much. We have it, yeah?
Yeah, this was his idea, otherwise white is better.
Yes.
But how to proceed now? Rook c3 is an idea? But then what did he play?
No, he
No,
played
that's a bad move.
something.
It's a bad
He
move.
played something probably queen d1.
Queen d1.
Queen d1 is not very impressive, I must say.
No, looks strange, yeah.
Why not to play queen g4, let's say, yes?
And g4. It's very concrete, yeah? Why f5 is not working? Because of knight f5? Take.
Take. King g7.
Why not queen f?
Queen f6, okay.
What's happening here?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Very good, yeah.
We have some ideas.
We have a lot of ideas, I see. Yeah.
Yes. But
King g7? Rook
no,
h5, sorry,
still-
rook h5.
still-
Rook h5.
You're still good, yeah, doing good.
Yeah, it's not working
No,
technically.
anyway, white played queen d1. Let us concentrate on the...
And now black is much better, yeah?
It's crazy how he turned this around.
No, but you know the only difference is here this move, yeah? This is
Wow.
a funny, that's probably, that again, it's not my invention, I cheated and looked at the... and
You have good eyes, eh?
No, I have.
It's very small.
I have good glasses.
Glasses, yeah.
Glasses. I don't have good eyes, unfortunately. That way, like this, I wouldn't see. If I take my glasses, you can think that I would probably will be looking at engine lines. Yes.
Okay, but what about king g7, a normal move? Knight
Instead.
knight h5,
No,
knight
why
h5, no,
is
sorry, knight
threatening
h5,
the-
knight h5.
No, but that's actually tricky move.
Yeah, that's a tricky move, yeah.
Easy to overlook in a normal
But here
circumstances.
black is much better, yeah? It
N-
seems.
now everything goes towards success of Ruben in this game, yeah, because situation changed. Although he thinks actually in a good moment, yes, and don't I cannot read the mind of
Did he play?
De Winter, yeah,
He
of
had-
Arthur
Where do you
De
see?
Winter.
The first board or the other board, yeah.
No, but still I don't see the bishop on h4.
No, he's still thinking.
still on g5.
I like the camera, very good live coverage.
Very nice. Yes, very big.
Sometimes we were looking at
picture.
you, yeah?
Oh!
Shall we take a quick look at the only game we haven't seen today at all from the NFA Cup, the top seed, Kartik against Jana Schneider. Oof, we only have
Just
5
quickly-
minutes, but
quickly
we're almost
check.
Ui,
37.
white is completely winning, yeah? 2-3-4-5, 2-3-4-5. Black is white is a pawn up and
It's I think important that we also wait to play and we can
Knight
probably
B6,
just
yeah.
hit it. Yeah, we
knight
have a hit.
b6. Ui.
We have a hit, and
A
then
hit?
we don't know what to do after this. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
and I think he
immediately
It's
played
horrible,
it.
yeah?
He just
and
played
he
it.
just played it.
Yeah, black can resign, yeah?
Yes, because I think black is okay.
Rook
let
is
us
C6
let us
only move,
do
yeah?
rook c6. Yes, because it's otherwise we lost the piece.
Take and then bishop f5 or what?
Or we take
Ah,
simply
you
pawn.
take here, yeah.
Also
Pawn
nice.
grabber.
Also nice. It's not for. So you mean here
And
take and
bishop
bishop
f5?
f5. Why not actually too?
Huh?
Good too.
Exchange everything and
So here white has a pickup what he wants to
yeah.
have. Yeah.
Mhm.
But everything is very tasty. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Everything
think Jana looks like
No, Jana is
She
not,
might just resign, actually.
not looking well for her, and just somehow the tournament went wrong. The tournament went wrong also for her.
Georgie, we'll get your opinion on the top 2 boards of the A Open.
Yes, of course.
Let's move there.
Alexander Donchenko.
Yes, we have actually very, very interesting games.
Maybe we can start with the Donchenko Blübaum.
Who is playing board 1?
Board 1, Chopra against Mendonca.
Oh, Donchenko is completely
here
winning.
We have excellent position for Alexander.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is kind of checkmate is coming. Let's say, let us consider taking h6.
There will not be much chess to left to look at when Fabi joins us in 5 minutes.
And rook d1, yeah, very good.
Finish? Because this and check.
Queen d8.
And finished. Yes, no
And
rook,
I think if we
no
look at the
fun.
camera, I mean...
We just want to see how it happened, because last time it was so many moves, we left the game here.
He played something?
Yeah, he took the pawn on b4.
h6, I think he will going to resign. This variation will come.
The moves are not on the board, yeah?
They are
now
now on the board, and rook d1 would be something like the last move.
Yeah, I think we will
This is a
see.
huge win for Alexander, yeah?
Huge
Yeah.
win. And
Huge win.
even
Okay, one more
he
move.
played. Actually he played a funny move, which we haven't seen, but it's not a problem.
Rook d3.
Rook d3. he
Funny.
played.
You can take, yeah? No, you cannot take. Wait.
No, you can take. You can take, and then because
you-
queen b1 is the idea. Yes.
Yeah,
You
king
can
h2, queen
take,
d3.
King h2, queen d3. Yes.
Queen f6.
And now we have to give checkmate. No, not queen f6.
But how?
Not queen f6, because queen f6 you still can run away, yeah? So you can play this.
This one. Sure.
That's it. No, but I think Matthias knows that he is lost, yeah? But he just wants to finish the game
As
in a
soon-
style, in a certain
yes.
style, to give the opponent also possibility to play nicely. That
No, just
kind of principled line and a beautiful move at the end.
I don't know if that's what's on his mind right now.
No, I don't think so, no.
No, but look at he basically resigned, Matthias.
Yeah. Okay, he's trying some last tricks, to see if
He knows that it is
something-
last trick and it would be refuted, or he refuted it himself already. I don't think he is hiding anything.
this guy is amusing. Somebody is writing about you, yeah?
Who? What?
In the chat. This
Your
guy
fans,
is
your fans.
this
yeah.
guy is amusing.
Amusing me?
No, that
No, they
you
said that
are
you are
amusing.
amusing. Yes.
Oh, okay, nice.
Okay. So that will bring you another 1,000 of viewers.
can
probably.
I will bring you 1,000 viewers. I have enough.
Okay, thank you.
Looks at the side of Arthur?
Yeah, I also.
Like that? What does it mean?
Maybe it just means looks like that's the big Greek next to to accept. Very difficultly put. All the three are amusing. Great team. Thank you so much. for
Thank
your
you.
feedback.
Okay. Good.
What about the other game?
Yeah, let's go to the top board.
But just don't we want to see how it happened?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
think
he doesn't move.
Yes, but no, but we can come back.
Let's come
We
back
can
and just
look,
see how
look
did
to
we
see
end
what
up
happened.
here.
Yeah, in the retrospective. Yeah, that was a position, and
Okay.
yeah, and a6 was played. That's going ending. Looks almost like a forced because we are losing here some pawns. That's how it happened. Maybe some precise checks. And h4. That's actually nice, forcing black to take with
By
queen.
the way, I think we're about to see.
Resignation.
Yeah, because they are going down this line, and here it comes.
Queen
Queen
e7.
e7.
Yes. But we are quickly capturing this together, h5. Okay, that's how it happened.
Very convincing conversion by Donchenko, who held on to his extra pawn in the opening, consolidated, and I think we will see a handshake here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with that, Donchenko is going to go to 5.5 out of 6, actually. I think he will overtake Matthias as the German number 2, at least in the live rankings.
I don't think that, again, for them it is so important who is German number 2.
No, but I mean, for
I'm
this,
protesting,
but it's about the spectators. They are caring.
I understand,
I don't think the players
but
care.
I'm protesting because these people are fighting for number 1 spot, and not for spot number 2, number 3, or whatever. Yeah? I would say.
But it's about the spectators' perspective. A lot of has been said.
For us, it is maybe interesting to feel this type of statistics and so on.
What about Mendonca?
What about him?
Okay,
against Chopra?
We will keep the camera here. Let's keep the camera here, I think, on this board, so we don't miss the. And we'll just go on the board. There it is. Just in time, actually.
Okay.
Just right on cue. Matthias resigned.
So probably he wanted us to switch the camera and then to resign. Okay, we had this position, and it looked actually knight d2, bishop d5. It looked promising, I don't know. Yeah? Bishop d5 was a nice try. White took the pawn, and black played rook b8, yes. That's how black managed to activate his pieces. We thought that white is better, but it's actually not easy to prove. Yeah? So this, and black, well, that is a nice defending. Knight c4, okay, rook b4.
Yeah.
Defense, okay.
He even won a pawn now. But c5 is hanging.
When it was not taken yet? No, he played knight e3.
He didn't take the pawn?
No.
Okay.
Should be some concrete reasons, yes. So something what he doesn't like. But what?
Queen e3 or something?
Or maybe the pawn would be handing, yes. So okay, let us try some moves. No, not very clear. Not very clear to me. Yes, what was?
Why didn't you take the pawn?
I didn't. But maybe he is going to take it
anyway.
Anyway, next on the next move. I'm not sure that I'm on.
Yeah, I know this guy Mendonca quite well. I played him when he was 10 years old in Barcelona, and I played him last year again.
Also in Barcelona?
No, in Hamburg, in a close tournament. He plays for Hamburg in the Bundesliga.
Okay.
So how promising is he in your view?
Difficult to say, but he's steadily improving, yeah?
Yes, so now over 2600.
Yeah, and he's only 15, I think. 15 or 16?
Maybe.
I'm not sure if he's 16 or 15.
Yes, but also he won now the tournament, I think, in Bad Wörishofen in Germany. So
this tournament still taking place? Nice.
Yes, of course.
My dear Gergis, I think we are going to say thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. Yes,
Arthur, please.
We will wish you the very best of luck for the last 3 rounds. It was really a pleasure to have you, and hopefully, if you get a nice win, we would be happy to have you back again.
Thank you, Fiona. Thank you, Arthur.
So your task, beautiful win.
Winning another brilliant game, yeah.
Another brilliant game.
I will do my best.
We will go on a short break, and we will be back in just a couple of minutes with Fabiano Caruana. Hello and welcome back. It is our pleasure to be joined now by Fabiano Caruana. Fabi, welcome. Thank you for making time for us. As you can see, the stage has already been clearing.
It's almost empty, yeah.
Almost empty, yes.
Oh, and in fact, I see that the game between Hussain Besou and Dinara has ended in a win for Dinara, as we were predicting. So only 2 games remain. I'm going to ask you some general questions in a second, but let's just take a quick look at the top board of the A group, which is still going on between Mendonca and Aryan Chopra.
Yes, here it looks like
Played h6 here, right?
Yes.
something exchange, yes. Took on c5, knight e3, and h6. And looks like a draw to me.
I guess white can play f3 to try to, at least you maybe threaten rook c7 or get some rook c7 ideas. But yeah, it looks very solid for black anyway.
To hold it somehow.
Yeah, this looks extremely solid. I
Yes.
guess white can play a little bit, because probably more pleasant for white.
No risk, because
Yeah.
you still may hope something happens.
Yeah,
with
if
the pawn,
if something happens, it could get promising. Actually, when the knights were on, it reminded me a lot of of a game I played against Ding many years ago, 4 years ago. But without the knights, I guess black is very close to equality.
Yes. Okay. Rook endings, they have also this tendency to be draw.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, without queens, I think no chances.
And before we went live, you guys were analyzing the game which just ended from board 2, so maybe we can take a quick look there.
That was probably important game for the tournament, because winning helps Alexander Donchenko
Especially
to
if board
solidify
1
his position there.
Especially if board 1 ends in a draw, he will be the sole leader tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, this is very important.
Maybe we start at the beginning, and maybe you can give your thoughts on it, because you mentioned the game Pragnanandha. Yes, Wesley saw, in this variation. It started to be very fashionable, yes?
Yeah, this is killing d4. It's like this line at high levels just completely kills. That's why everyone tries to play the Nimzo or something, because this line, I mean, there's no way to break it. Even like I was looking at some games before I came here, and it was played also in another tournament today between Rajabov and actually I can't even remember who, but they played the endgame, which is reached after c5, cd5, cd4, queen d4, and there's a lot of games where they tried in vain mostly after cd4, queen d4, e takes d5, e4.
Yes, this type of ending.
Yeah, d takes e4, queen d8, and the theory here is so well developed that it's like you can't really look for ideas.
Black is holding.
Yeah, black is holding very comfortably most of the time. Even sometimes I see like Wesley beat Magnus in a game with the black pieces. You wouldn't expect it to happen, but white is really desperate for tries there. And yeah, the way that Alexander played, he grabs a pawn, but it's also very well developed theory. And I recognize this position up until rook c1. I was playing in this tournament in Vikensee, and it was the last round, Pragnanandha with the white pieces against Wesley.
All of a sudden, in this moment, Matthias started to think. So maybe he either forgot.
Yeah, I guess he forgot what to do here. Maybe it's a new line for him, and he isn't so familiar with all possible variations. Because after rook c1, I'm sure that the game continued. Bishop takes c3. Rook takes c3.
We also thought, of course, this is a logical variation.
Knight c4 and bishop e6, I believe, is the
That's
game.
what happened. Yeah.
Knight d6, king e7. Or maybe it was queen c1 instead of knight d6. Maybe this was the game. I don't remember exactly the details, but
Okay.
but it was something like this, yeah.
No, it looks
I'll
like
look it
a
up
very,
very
very
quickly.
important continuation. And so for our viewers who wants to kill Queen's Gambit,
No, it's really sad that some openings you just can't play anymore because the theory is gotten so far, and it's becoming more and more difficult to find creative paths to play for a win. I wonder maybe if Alexander was just happy with the draw today, and that's why he played this line. But fortune favored him, and his opponent forgot the details. That could be the case.
The Prague So game was e4.
e4 here, yes.
E4, rook d8, knight d6.
Ah, yeah, knight d6, king e7, and queen c1. This is where the queen c1 happened.
What a funny
King
move.
f8, not king e7.
What a
and
funny
queen
move.
c1.
But that line somehow computer likes it, yeah. So maybe
I think he played king f8 instead
Yeah,
of king
king
e7.
not king e7, yeah. So that I made too natural move, and that was not.
And there is some detail here after queen c1. I guess queen a4 is now the move.
Yeah, that was
So
played.
what was wrong here? Let us see, just for us to understand the difference. Because rook a3 is a threat, yes.
Yeah, you have to play queen a4, but what's the problem now? Why is white winning? Maybe queen g5 is coming
Maybe
at
at some moment queen g5 check,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good.
But which
good.
moment? Is maybe bishop b5 first at this moment. And after bishop b5, queen b4, and now maybe we have bishop b4 is not the move.
Also possibility.
Queen g5, king f8, rook takes c6 is actually an option, I just realized. So I don't know after queen g5 if you can take the knight on d6 or not. But actually you can probably take it, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so maybe we first move it away, yes.
Queen e4 and
Queen e4,
bishop e2 simply.
two. Rook is under attack.
Knight d4 is... no, knight d4 is met by queen g5 as well.
At some moment that
Yeah.
would come, yeah. So let us see, maybe this is a good moment, okay.
I think this is the reason why the king on f8.
Yes, because we hit it
Yeah.
the whole way. And so maybe because of something like this, yeah, you need to be more careful and to play king f8. Very funny. Yeah, difficult stuff. So king f8 and everything is okay. Yes.
But in the game today, when Matthias didn't take the pawn on a2, they were basically, it was just
He was just down a pawn,
an
right?
extra pawn.
Yeah.
So no chance. He was like crushed.
Yeah, and after that, I think Donchenko never.
Played very well, very confident, very exact, and not giving any chances.
Fabi, maybe we can get your opinion on the game that's in the foreground here in the NRV Cup, the tournament leader there, Ruben Köllner, who's actually on 4.5 out of 5. And today he was under a lot of pressure in the opening, but things
We're
turned
changing,
around.
but we are not sure that all went here logical. Yeah, we left the position exactly at the moment when white made a little bit strange move, queen d1.
Yeah, so he wanted to take on h5, but
He wants to take on h5, but can't do it because
Yeah.
of e4.
I wonder if there's maybe something more useful in queen d1. Like to start with queen g4 is maybe more useful,
Yes,
right?
that's probably the right solution, because we were trying to understand what is going on, but it looks like very dangerous.
At least you can take on h5 here. I mean, maybe also queen f5, but at the very least rook h5 after in this moment.
True. So white is not risking, maybe, or
Why is this bad?
nobody knows yet. Yeah,
This is so bad, yeah. This is a bit surprising.
maybe double.
Oh,
attack.
queen a7, yeah. Very nice. And you just lose everything. Yeah, yeah.
Something, but G pawn is running. Okay.
So you have to play queen takes f5 in that case.
So don't stop on it,
And queen f6. But you can take in rook h3 if you want.
Yes, or there is some moves like this, and we were looking a little bit, and here we stopped actually analysis because it's some
it looks very good.
complicated. Looks okay, yeah, but of course, who knows? Nevertheless, he played Queen D1, and here funny move for Black was Bishop H4 was possible.
It's very logical.
Yes.
I guess, does White have to take on H5 at this moment? And play like Rook H3?
Yes, but then White simply more or less lost the pawn, and if he can make a draw is open question, yeah?
Could be very unlikely, because the pawn structure on the king side is so favorable for Black.
Very good, very good structure. And, but it's not what happened, because Black played a different move, I guess, yeah? After Queen D1.
Played
Let me
E4,
just update it. Looks like Black played E4. Yes. And now something happened. White played Rook D4. Pawn is handing. F5 came, but White was able to hit with Bishop E2. Okay.
And he didn't take on H5 immediately, also, which is interesting.
Yes. So why not? Not really clear why not, yes?
I guess you should take and play King G7 at some moment. Maybe, maybe first capture, or maybe...
Mm-hmm. But now
G7.
King G7, or maybe, okay, King G7. Looks very reasonable, yes.
Black is doing quite okay.
Mm-hmm. So he wants maybe more complicated game. Bishop E2. Now take. Okay, they are really fighting very hard in this game. It seems to be a good way.
And if Queen B4, it's probably Queen E5, right? Or Queen F6. Let's say Queen F6.
Okay, the same move. We have a pawn. Rook and pawn against two pieces, yes? Very complicated. So Black played Queen F6, I guess, yes. And, many concrete things are happening.
Yeah, so complicated, because White also has Queen A7 at any moment. And I guess Black will maybe play Rook E8. It looks quite reasonable.
Yeah. And now we can't, or we can play Knight G3. Why can we play Knight G3?
F4 Knight E4 is possible.
Yeah.
Queen to F5 and Queen to D4. He gets maybe some perpetual check.
Somehow, computer prefers Queen C.
So Rook E4, Bishop D3.
That's okay. That's more simple explanation. Yeah. Queen takes.
Bishop D3 or just Queen D6.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and then Black has to decide to play on.
I guess you can make a draw.
Yeah.
To make a draw.
Okay.
Oh, this is actually a very interesting game, and the.
Things are getting tricky now on the clock as well. 4.5 minutes for Ruben, who still needs to make 9 moves here.
Yeah, practically, I would prefer Black.
Yeah.
Because I don't see what can go so wrong for Black. But for White, I can see... Oh, but he played Rook G1.
He
Maybe
played Rook G1. Okay.
Yeah.
After Queen F6, he found the move Rook G1. Okay.
So if take, does he want Knight takes F5, Queen F5, Queen A7? Is it the idea?
Oi. You have to show it.
That's very nice.
You have to show it, yes.
Suddenly things can go wrong for Black after all.
Still,
to be
yes.
careful. But Rook G8 here maybe is quite safe.
What did he do?
No, White should be still very careful not to end up in some lost ending.
Yeah, with this H pawn, it's very easy to imagine.
So he played F4.
Oh, yes, so we have a kind of different development.
It allows queen a7. Rook e8, knight takes e4 is maybe an option.
Maybe he blundered it.
And queen a7 is on the board, played instantly by the Winter.
But no, he's not blundering it. He obviously thought this is a good, because he played very confidently.
The problem is he forces his opponent to win. Because white has only one move.
Only a move, yes, and
now only here is the question, rook g6 or probably rook g6, right? And if
because you need some discovery checks, and now what to do?
I don't think there's anything, because queen e7, queen
I think
check.
something like this could be also.
Very nice.
Wow.
No, you have to play queen e7, I guess, but then queen b8 and rook f6 wins the queen.
Yes. Some check also.
Yeah. And f4 was
F4 was big
terrible.
blunder,
Yeah.
but he just played it very, very confidently actually, because it was followed by immediate move rook e8. He was not
But it's hard to think what did he miss, because if queen a7 took him by surprise, that would be one thing, but he responded.
White took on e4,
White
yes.
took, yes.
Well, I think he was still maybe underestimated his opponent, because he was leading Ruben in this tournament, and it's easy to be maybe overconfident. It was
Could it be that he
very
missed
well.
something here in this position?
No, obviously he underestimated this knight e4. I don't think he missed it. He just probably thought that it will not work. Or
yeah, he probably stopped his calculations more or less thinking rook e4 and rook g6, imagined he would find some, maybe he missed this rook g8 idea, but even without rook g8, white
it looks so dangerous, yes. So he probably underestimated the whole sequence, yeah.
Is it possible he thought queen f5 and missed queen g7? But it looks terrible anyway, yeah.
Looks much more easy, yeah.
Probably he just lost control of his emotions for a second.
Yeah, and this is going to be a big shaking up of the NRV Cup, because with Dinara winning her game today, she's actually, if Arthur de Winter wins this game, Dinara Wagner will be the new leader. I think maybe we should stay here, because Ruben's time
to see
is ticking down. We might get a nice conclusion. Oh, and actually, we see that game 1 in the Open has ended in a draw, somewhat unsurprisingly. So this is already the last of the games on
today.
stage.
She also won her last tournament that she played, right? The Grand Prix series?
In Cyprus, yeah.
I don't know if it was her last tournament, but it's
I'm also not sure, but it was
quite
very
recent.
impressive.
Quite recent,
yeah, she scored a GM norm there, if I'm not mistaken, so she's on a roll.
Now I am thrilled. Are you following the tournaments?
in general, I follow tournaments.
All
Yeah,
tournaments?
It's hard to follow all tournaments, but I follow as many as I can. But there's so many tournaments that, to
there
follow
are really
them all.
a lot of tournaments these days. We had, by the way...
Rook takes g6, and
yes.
he is extremely confident. Yes. I think how he took on g6, I think he calculated.
Yeah, it's for sure. He knows that he's winning.
At least he is like body language is
Yes.
very, very alert. You see that.
While we wait for the conclusion of this game, Fabi, you're halfway through your tournament. How have you been enjoying the event and being in Dortmund so
Yeah,
far?
I've been enjoying it. I mean, yesterday wasn't a great game for me, but I think Vladimir played a really nice game. And overall, I'm quite having fun with this new format. And also being back here, it was one of the first top tournaments I played in 2012. I spoke a little bit about it outside. I was giving some interview. And now 11 years later, so...
Had you not been back?
No. I've played
been
here last time in 2016.
Okay.
But I also remember it as one of the first times I played a super event.
And well, now no castling is something completely different.
Definitely.
How did you spend your rest day today? Did you look at some no castling chess? Did you just relax?
No,
What
I
did
didn't.
you get
I
up to?
didn't at all. I did some work, but mostly related to normal chess, and then I came here. So also had lunch.
A rest day well spent.
The day kind of passes very quickly.
You're playing another event right after this one.
Yeah,
correct?
I'm leaving July 3rd immediately and going to play. I'll be in Zagreb. So, and then after that I have some break, but not a huge break. And then there's the World Cup and all sorts of events in the summer.
Yes, a very busy schedule. Do you enjoy playing this much, or do you feel it's a bit hectic?
I do like it. Sometimes it can get tiring, but I also get bored if I'm taking too long of a break, and especially if it's like I have something to work towards, and like with the World Championship cycle, I have something I feel I can work towards with the World Cup and Grand Swiss and all these events that I'll be trying to qualify for the candidates in. So it's good to have goals, I think, and at least with that I have a few possible ways to qualify, and that's a goal. And
one other question, you also recently, or well, not so recently by now, started a podcast with your friend Grandmaster Christian Kirilla. How has that been? I mean, it's a different branch. You discussed chess, of course, but how have you been enjoying podcasting?
Yeah, it feels kind of normal because we're mostly talking about chess.
And he let Rook J check.
Okay, this was very...
In a different way, but just wants to finish the game. Yeah.
This was nice of him to allow the
checkmate.
Very
nice to allow checkmate, actually.
I wonder if after Queen D4, also Queen B8 should be winning, but this is much nicer. Yeah.
Do you feel you appreciate that? I don't know, does it still happen at your level that sometimes an opponent will allow checkmate? Would you do it? How do you feel about it?
I'm trying to think. So I played a game against Ruslan Ponomaryov in 2014 here in Dortmund, and it was one of my nicest combinations that I made. And I'm trying to remember if I think he allowed checkmate at the end, because it ended in checkmate, and I think he allowed it. While usually people resign one move before, so I remember thinking, okay, it's very graceful to allow the checkmate on the board because it's the conclusion of a combination, so it makes it feel more complete. And that was one of my favorite combinations that I played in the game. But usually you don't get a chance to really show like the point of your combination, right?
So you feel it's a nice touch?
Yeah, it's a nice touch, especially if your opponent knows, okay, they have no chance anyway, so they might as well.
Speaking of Ruslan Ponomaryov, I think we are very quickly already coming to a close of today's show, but let's go back to the A Open and see what is still happening. All the games are off stage, but Ruslan was playing on board 4.
Was trying to squeeze some almost equal endgame.
Still trying to squeeze, but I'm not sure.
Looks like he's still trying, but that probably wouldn't.
But is it true that his opponent after move 40 only has 2 minutes, or is that not counting?
I think it's not. Oh, and we actually have a new camera. I didn't realize they were sitting over there. That's what's catching me.
Do they have some drones to capture the...
No, it's actually because they are sitting where the NRV Cup is usually, because 2 of them moved up, so I guess they moved up 2 boards, which I hadn't realized. No, I think that's the time that hasn't...
So he'll get an extra 30 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, in that case, there's really no...
Not much.
I mean, black will be passive with the rook on d8, queen on d7, but that's about it, and it's quite easy to hold.
Let's see if we can find something. I'll just jump around a little bit because, okay,
this is a very interesting game.
We can come back here. I think they just made. Do you want to check? I was wondering if we had some time scramble, but I'm struggling, so maybe we will come back there. Okay, yeah, let's go to this Frederik Swane on the black side against Rithvik.
I mean, my feeling is black is much better.
Much better.
Like knight b3 plays and take and f3. and leads to some very, very unfortunate rook endgame for white, I guess. Black's king very nicely plays.
Very bad rook also.
Yeah, rook on
black
b3.
is active.
And
Yes.
black can create a pass pawn usually, but white cannot. And I think there's no way white gets counterplay here.
Yes, it is very, very bad for white. So Frederick has a good chances here to strike.
Maybe we can check in with his brother Rasmus if I find him. No, Rasmus has won his game already.
There was some game where white sacrificed a piece, I saw, on e4. Or not this one.
Now, you remember we were also looking at this young boy from Ukraine?
Semenenkov.
Yes, and he still tries to win, and so sometimes very strange if his opponent is so low rated, but puts a lot of resistance here, and it's still a long job to do, but they're both in huge time trouble now. You were looking for time trouble, I found you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I found you the game.
But for white, it's very safe. So his time, and he's threatening king e4. Or is it
Yes,
white's move?
right move. It looks like
King
you do it
e4.
almost instantly.
Yeah.
Yes, king e4, and then you.
Because f6, black should.
Keep
But f6,
thinking.
king d5. Oh no, king d5 you can't get in. But f6 anyway to go to provoke. Maybe h4 after that. And then.
So it's some serious progress, yes, for white.
Well, I wonder h4, h5. It's still not so easy.
H5, okay.
Yeah. No, if black plays h5 here, it's not so easy for because white's king gets forced back.
Okay, because
Some-
we did it wrongly. So
f4. That's a
Okay,
good
fine.
move. Black should take, I guess, and then f5.
this is difficult
at some moment,
situation.
maybe.
That starts to be almost like classical ending
Yeah.
with bishop's pair.
Yeah, it looks like a very, very classical sort of advantage. And knight b4, maybe now is the time for h4. Yeah, this, and it probably never gets better for black as well. h5 is forced, I think, but f5 also is very strong.
Yes, of course. Now we are ready
Yeah.
for all this.
Yeah, typical sort of breakthrough in the king side.
By the way, one of our viewers informed us earlier that black's rating in this game is not accurate. He's 2000. I mean, there's still a big rating gap between the players, but
because
he's
it
not.
was very strange,
Yes.
very strange numbers.
But with young kids, you never know. If he's a young player and maybe they don't play so much and then they suddenly gain 300 points in one rating list.
So he was before, and now he got to 2000 already. In the meanwhile, yes. In the meanwhile. Okay, it looks like no, it happened
h5, yeah, h4, h5.
Ah, he missed
h4,
this.
h5 happened. So this is actually still some chances because of the trick. Yes, we showed this type of. And never go to d5 in such positions.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate. And
As you always said, dear kids at home.
dear kids.
And if white plays f3 here, instead of taking on h5, then
Too late, he took
he
already.
took.
Yes. It was probably a better choice.
But I was going to say, then after knight b4, the king is forever trapped on e4. Like f3, knight b4, white can no longer make progress.
Yes.
Oh, that's very nice.
So no way to capture because of the other stalemate, the other way around. Yes.
And then maybe you have to take on b4 at some moment to make a draw.
That's highly unusual, actually.
Yeah, very strange. King on e4.
Capture the king in the center. Yes. That's what they are doing.
Yeah, he made a natural move, and it ended up costing him maybe
Half
it will
a
cost him
point,
half a point, maybe.
Yes. No, but probably. Just let us see. Now he is in shock that he can't go to d5.
So can he still try after king f, or maybe king d3, gh5, and then try to get bishop e2 in time? But the king is very awkward somehow.
How to do it? Okay.
King d2 maybe, yeah. And maybe
Knight before and
bishop e2.
and hit. But the problem is the take and hit attacks
So king
h4.
e6, yeah?
Yes.
King e6.
Yes, and just let me show the problem. Okay, maybe we can attack the knight.
But a5 is very safe.
a5.
Yeah. This knight is very nice defensive piece. So maybe he'll hold a
but
draw.
that's actually very, very unfortunate. And this young boy was fighting Michael Adams in the previous.
Yeah, I saw
very interesting game, actually.
When you play an event like here and there's these side events, let's say you play on the stage, do you pay a little bit of attention what's going on the other boards?
Yeah, I'm watching all the games on the stage and usually looking at the games in the NRW Cup below us. But I don't usually go in the playing hall and look around. I mean, maybe I will, but I don't know if I feel like going around the entire playing hall, then I'll end up spending all my time.
It's a big playing hall, there's a lot of players.
No, but that's actually amazing. So can you just give an idea about the number of games that we are looking at, just generally?
It's hard to count because every day there's maybe like 20 games going on, or even more. Sometimes you have. So, but I usually forget most of them. But if something is like sticking out in terms of some opening that's very interesting for me, then I'll really notice that game, and I'll usually try to analyze it a little bit. But most games, they just like they enter my eyes and then exit my memory very quickly.
But so it is at least 20 games in a day. Yeah,
it could be that. But you very casually, just like scrolling through the moves quite quickly.
Well, I think we are reaching the time control here. I think we are coming not just to the end of your visit here, but also to an unexpectedly early finish for I to and myself. So I'm going to thank you, Fabi, for being here. I'm going to thank our viewers for being here for this very short day. But tomorrow, Fabiano, Kramnik, Elianov and Colors will be back in action. So we wish you the best of luck for the second half of the tournament. Arthur, short finish for us.
Thank you for coming and good luck in the tournament.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Tomorrow, same place, same time, 3 p.m. Central European Summer Time. Thanks for watching today and hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.